Hey guys, I'm recording this video today because I have been accused of not paying artists that I collaborate with, and this is not something that it was not something that I wanted to talk about publicly because I don't really believe in, exposing people on the internet or I just kind of personally prefer to talk about things with people like one-on-one or in like private chats and resolve things. I kind of do assume that most people have good intentions usually, and I hope that people usually assume that about me and that we can talk most things out. But at this point, this has really affected my life because this person has been talking about me a lot behind my back, and people keep coming to, it's been like weeks, and people keep coming to me after after I've tried to resolve this issue with them one-on-one and they kind of ignore me. People keep coming to me asking me about it and asking me what happened, and at this point I just feel like it's my responsibility to my collectors and my friends as well to tell my side of what happened. And if it's going to keep being spread around, and if they're not going to stop doing that, and if they're going to kind of try to make me look bad in front of other people, then I think I need to defend myself at this point so that everyone understands the full context of what happened. So that's what I'm doing today. This is the piece in question. This is a collab I did with Kush Cabin. And as you can see, it's a honey that I drew the clothes for, I drew the hair for, and he customized by adding his signature blunt to it and some of these tattoos. He sold this collab on his page. He sold it for 0.042, and we split that money in half. He sent me half. He kept half for himself. I obviously cannot have possibly kept all that money because it was sold on his account in his wallet. So he has half of that. He did indeed send me half of it. I think where the misunderstanding between us happened is with these items here that are in my collection. So the sort of second part, I guess, of the collab was that at the time I was creating Easter eggs inside of my collection that were limited edition items that represented other artists or friends of mine in the community that I liked, that I respected, that I wanted to be part of what I was doing. And I did this for a lot of people. I did this for Searcher Sunset. I did this for Fat Baby. I did this for Dirt God. I did this for a lot of other people, and Kush Cabin was one of them. So this shirt is named after Searcher. This hair is named after Fat Baby. And this t-shirt here and this blunt is named after Kush Cabin. I drew 100% of this piece of art. And I had consent from all these people to include them in the collection. My perspective on this situation was that these items were my way of honoring my friends, people I like, people I cared about, as making them a permanent part of my collection. I did this with maybe 5 to 10 people. None of us, I think, had expectations that they would be paid for this. I think it was clear that, these items are mixed and matched as well, right? So there's not really even a way for me to give 50% of this to anyone. This one here particularly has items from multiple artists on it, so I cannot realistically give all of them 50% of it. And that wasn't a deal that we arranged. That wasn't a deal that any of us had arranged. And I think that was understood by everyone, and I think that perhaps Kush and I had a misunderstanding about this. There's probably 10 items in my collection that were drawn by me that have an item of his in it. And it was just never a thought from me that this would be something that he would be paid money for. And I went back and I read all of our messages to try to understand, and I did not see anywhere that we explicitly said that. In my mind, this is the collab, right? We both worked on this piece together. We sold it together and we split the money. This this situation here was a way for me to honor my friends. And so I actually didn't even know that he had a problem with this. As you can see, like, our conversation after the collab went, it was very pleasant. Like, it was very friendly. We said thank you to each other. And in my mind, everything had gone great, but I did later hear, you know, months later, that he was upset with me and that he was talking to people and telling them that I don't pay people, that a lot of people were spreading this around. And people, like, my collectors are asking me about it. My friends are asking me about it. And so I'm having to explain this to people over and over again, that it was a misunderstanding. And as soon as I found out that he felt this way, I actually wrote this message that you guys can see here. So it says, "Hey, Kush, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to send you a quick note and apologize because I heard through the grapevine that you may have been expecting that the items named after you in my collection would also have had the profits split with you. I'm not sure if that's true. You can let me know. I really had no idea that was something you wanted, and at the time I was just drawing special items to add people who I liked or were my friends into the collection as a fun thing. I did it with about 5 to 10 people, and none of them were really considered collabs or had profit split at the time. It was more of a way to honor my friends. I'm not sure if that was something you wanted or if what I heard was true, but if so, I'm really sorry if I hurt you or let you down. Honestly, if you had let me know that you were disappointed, I would have been happy to make it right immediately and still would be. You can come to me and tell me how you're feeling anytime. Really wouldn't want something stupid like money to interfere with our friendship since we have known each other here for a long time. Hope you're doing well otherwise." I gave this a little more than a week and he didn't respond. We were at the time in a group chat together, and under normal circumstances, I would have just assumed that he, like, hadn't read it yet. But I was in the group chat talking to my other friends about something unrelated, and he kind of started talking to someone else that was in there and, like, making fun of somebody who was my friend, essentially. So yeah, at that point, it had been a week. He had just ignored me trying to fix this, and he was kind of blatantly being disrespectful to people that weren't there, which I don't really think was that fair, but whatever. So I blocked him. I don't know. But, like, it's been weeks and I still keep hearing about this, so I just wanted to tell my side of it. And for me, this whole situation was extremely sad. Like, I tried to help Kush a lot. I try my best to help everyone here as much as I possibly can. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's hard. There's a lot of people that want a lot of things, and I really want to help them all. I thought we were good friends. We have plenty of great conversations between us here, complimenting each other, supporting each other, and the fact that, you know, he didn't, I mean, as you can see, he didn't ever try to talk to me about this. He just kind of decided to spread around, you know, bad things about me, and ignore me when I did try to fix it. So I guess that's not really a friend, but anyways, yeah, I don't know. That's what happened. So, I guess I'm hoping 2 things will come out of this video. For one, I'm hoping that people will stop. I hope people will see what happened here, see that it was a misunderstanding, and see that I, you know, even tried to fix it, even though I don't personally think it would really be very fair for me to pay him for 10 items in my collection that I 100% drew. But I mean, if he wanted that, I would have paid him for it. But we were unable to talk about it, and, you know, instead, he just kind of dragged other people into it and kept dragging people into it, and it's been really not that fun for me. So yeah, the first thing that I'm hoping will come from it is that people will kind of stop talking about me behind my back and spreading this rumor, and specifically the people that I thought were my friends and thought would have my back. And, you know, like, I thought kind of people would think I would really hope that if people heard something like this about me, they would come to me personally and ask me what happened, and they would try to understand my side of it, or at least try to defend me. But that didn't really happen here. And the second thing I guess I'm hoping comes out of it is that, you know, people who are my collectors and my friends kind of know my side of the story now, and they know what happened. And yeah, I don't know. This whole thing was really sad. This whole thing was really sad. I'm really upset that it happened. Like I said, I did consider Kush, and, you know, there's a lot of other people involved in this situation too that I considered very good friends. I feel like I really went really far out of my way to help them, to support them, to show them love, and they're not around anymore. And, like, I've spent a lot of time really hurting over this. So I would just encourage you guys to think about kind of the things that you're saying about people on the internet, and remember that they are real people, and you should try to talk things out with people instead of just hurting them. That's it.